My name is Levi. I'm coming at you from Art Placement Art Supplies, which is an art supply store in Saskatoon. With the whole COVID-19 situation right now, a lot of people are staying home. We are close to the public, but we're still taking orders that we're delivering or sending out by mail or people are picking up. But what we're also experiencing right now is a lot of people are getting in touch with us and they're wanting to keep themselves busy while they may be staying at home, and they're thinking that taking up an art activity is a great way to do that. So what we decided to do is start putting together a couple of videos where we share some products and some ideas with you that, again, if you've never tried art before, these are just some fun things that you might try. So the product we're starting with today is one of my personal favorites, the Caran Neocolor II water-soluble crayon. So here they are right here. They're available in 96 colors that come in open stock, so you can sort of pick your own palette and your favorite colors and colors that you're going to have fun working with. They also come in some sets as well. And again, they are a crayon. So very much like a traditional wax crayon, like a Crayola crayon, you can use them to color or draw with. So one activity that's obviously really easy is you can print out coloring pages. These ones are from getcoloringpages.com. They're free, print them out, regular computer paper, and you can go at them with the crayons and fill in as you like. And again, they're a bit softer than a standard wax crayon, so they have like nice laydown. You can do blending, but yeah, they're really good. For coloring, you can also obviously draw with them. So if you have blank pieces of paper, you don't have to just do something within the lines. They work really nicely with a variety of papers. And as you can see, they lay down nice and smooth, good rich color. You can also do softer blending. You can get a little bit fancier, and you can kind of do color into color a little bit like that. You can kind of use them like a pastel as well and do a little bit of blending. So again, there's all kinds of options for this product to use as a dry media on paper or other types of things. But what's really cool about them is that they're water soluble. So you can have all kinds of fun with them beyond just using them dry or coloring or drawing. So one option is you can start with a drawing. In this case, I've used Fabriano Studio watercolor paper, which is a really inexpensive sheet. It's $4.25 for a 22 by 30 sheet, and I was able to cut that into 6 8.5 by 11 sheets. And then I just went ahead and did a little drawing on it with the crayons, but then coming at it with a brush, dip it in a little bit of water, and take that water to the page. And what it does is it activates that crayon, and it turns it into paint. And so a drawing that was, fine before, it was fun. It was cool, nothing wrong with it. But now it's just a little something extra. So that's one way you can activate the water solubility of the crayon. Another way is you can wet your paper, and then you can take a crayon and you can sort of draw wet, which does produce a bit of a different line, and then of course you can go back in with brush, paint it out. Another option is you can essentially use the crayons as your paint. So all you need is a sharpener, and you just kind of sharpen off some shavings in the palette, hit it with water, and essentially make paint that you can then take to paper. And it's really intense, vibrant color. It's not, faint and not there. You can let these paint mixtures that you've made, you can let them completely dehydrate and just store them that way. And then when you come back again and decide to paint a new picture, you can just add a bit more water to reactivate the paint and go from there. So another option for painting with these. Another technique that you can do with them as well is printmaking. So a monoprint. What we've done here is we've got a little piece of plexiglass, and I've just gone with the crayons and done a drawing on the plexi. In this water right next to it, we've got some Stonehenge paper. Stonehenge is a cotton rag printing paper. The fact that it's cotton, that makes it really tough and absorbent. So it's been soaking in the water for about 15-20 minutes. Taking it out of the water, I'm just gonna dry it off. So just using some simple rags here, we're just gonna blot the paper and get off the excess water. Because if you have too much water, it can actually make things a little bit messy when you go to print it. So just blotting it out, getting out any excess water. Because it's been soaking so long though, the paper is pretty well saturated with water. So then all you have to do is, with your saturated sheet, just lay it carefully onto your plexi block. I'm gonna use a little piece of mat board here, just to kind of, so as I'm burnishing it with this Baron here, I'm not gonna damage the paper surface. And a Baron is just a tool used in printmaking to do just this, which is to apply pressure over a block or other relief surface to make an impression or a print. So, and I'm not pushing that hard because actually they're pretty readily activated by the water. So let's hope that this turned out pretty good. And I'm not mad at that. If I had a little bit more moisture or burnished a little bit harder, and obviously I missed a few areas too, so you know, it's not the most perfect print ever, but it turned out not bad. What we'll do now is, I do have a second sheet, so we'll try to just take another impression, and actually I'm just gonna lightly mist it too to add a little bit extra water. We'll see how that turns out. It might create some sort of like hot spots, but you know, it's all about having fun and playing. There really isn't like right and wrong when it comes to doing something like this. So I'm gonna apply a bit more pressure as I'm burnishing, and I'm gonna try to make sure I get those areas that, again, didn't come out so great in my first print. And let's see how this one came out. Okay, so I'm a little bit happier with that one. The color intensity is a little bit better. I guess still a little bit light on this area, but again, it's an art process. It's not about right or wrong. It's about experimenting. It's about having fun. And it's about playing with materials and figuring out how they work and what you can do with them. And, you know, do more prints till you get it right. The other great thing about working with a piece of plexi like this is when you're all done with the image you're working on, you literally just wipe it off and it's ready to go for the next thing. So that's kind of it. Not a super long tutorial today, but again, we just wanted to give an introduction to this amazing product, the Caran Neocolor II watercolor crayon, and to show you some of the fun things you can do with it. And you know, the sky's the limit, right? In terms of playing with art materials and having fun. So if you have any other ideas about how you might use these products, we'd love to hear about it. You can always send us an email or comment below the video. And if you like this video, follow us on our social media channels. On Instagram, we're at Art Placement Supplies, and Facebook is Art Placement Art Supplies. And you can always check us out on the web as well, www.artplacement.com. Thanks for taking a look at this video and spending a couple minutes with us today. Take care.